Kent, this will review your lesson that you had the other day. A couple things I wanted to point out to you. One is the ball position. This ball position is slightly back in your stance, but it's acceptable. It was much further back in your stance, so you have to really be aware of that. The width of the stance would be no more than the inside of the shoulders, so not too wide for you. Okay, and where you're set up here is fine. With your center view is right over the ball. What you have to watch for is, as you go back, you want to stay over it. And what we call stay in the shot, so you don't come up and out of it like that. As soon as you start going that way, you'll see your head back up a little bit, come up, left arm starting to shorten, and we throw the club at it. So the things we're trying to get rid of here through the lessons would be to get rid of this, which will never be a consistent way of hitting the ball, and at the same time trying to get rid of this look here. So we're trying to get that level through the ball with the upper body over the lower body as you come through the ball. No hang back, we call this. No staying back here. Turning to it, that's going to allow you to get your arm extended. And that's the only thing that will allow you to get your arm extended. It's going to be real difficult to do it otherwise. If you throw the club like that, you want to feel like from the top you're actually pulling the club down a little bit with your hands. Pull it down. Pull, pull, pull. Now instead of going back and shortening that arm, just keep coming through the ball this way and lengthen the arm. Okay, that's kind of what we have to do, is to just, once we get rid of the throw of the club head, this breakdown right here is what I'm referring to. Once we get rid of that, we keep you over the ball a little bit more, not backing up from the ball. You get a lot more consistent, a lot more control. You don't need to swing any faster. It's just more on the right angles and in the right sequence. If that's 80% of what you're doing here, then that's what I would do until you get it and want to beef it up a little bit. Take 10 yards off everything just so you can feel it. So with the shaft leaning this way, we actually want to get it leaning the other way. That's that feeling of pulling the handle through, as I was talking about. So I call, just for your purposes here, I call this the handle, and I call this the reality. Okay, that'll work really well for you. But as long as that breaks down like that, it's always going to be a flip with your hands, then the club's going to go flying by you. So you can have, you got to keep turning and turning and turning. We got to get you up that back foot, and we've got to get that left arm lengthened to be consistent with your hitting. That's the big hurdles for you to get through. Once you get past that, it's you're going to have some really big breakthroughs because you got plenty of speed. And I just like to back off a little bit of the speed and keep the tempo smooth until it kicks in a little bit. Okay. Alrighty, we'll see you then.